It was a Saturday afternoon. A father and his teenage son stopped at a local café for lunch. A young waiter came over with a friendly smile. He handed them menus and said, "I'll be right back to take your order." He looked a little tired, but he was polite and kind. A few minutes later, the waiter returned with 2 glasses of water. As he placed one on the table, his hand slipped. The glass tipped, and water spilled across the table. "Ugh! Seriously?" the father said loudly, rolling his eyes. "You people need to be more careful." The waiter quickly apologized and began wiping the water with napkins. He looked nervous and embarrassed. "It's okay," the son said softly, trying to ease the tension. But the father kept muttering, shaking his head in frustration. After a few minutes, the waiter came back to take their order. The son smiled and said, "I'll have the classic burger and fries, please." The father ordered his food without even looking up. As they waited, the son noticed the waiter moving quickly from table to table. He still smiled at each customer, even though he looked tired. When their food arrived, the burger was delicious. The waiter asked if everything was okay, and the son replied kindly, "Yes, thank you. It's great." At the end of the meal, while they waited for the bill, another worker came by and started chatting with them. The conversation turned to the waiter. "He's a good kid," the worker said. "He's working 2 jobs, one here and another one early in the morning. He's saving up for college. He barely gets time to rest." The father looked surprised. He didn't say anything, but his expression changed. He stared at his empty plate quietly. When the bill came, the son took out his wallet. He placed a generous tip on the table. Then he picked up a napkin and wrote a short note. "Thank you for your hard work." He looked at his father and said gently, "Dad, what if that waiter was me?" The father didn't say a word, but that question echoed in his heart. That evening, the father went back to the cafe alone. He looked around until he saw the same waiter again. He walked up to him and said, "Hey, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for how I spoke earlier today. I was rude. You didn't deserve that." The waiter looked surprised but nodded and smiled. "Thank you, sir. That means a lot." Later, the father returned home. He found his son in the living room and told him about returning to the cafe to apologize. "Thank you." The son smiled. "Dad, remember you taught me about the golden rule when I was little? Treat others the way you want to be treated. With that lesson, I always think, how would that make me feel if that happened to me?" The father smiled back and hugged his son. "I am so proud of you." Sometimes children teach us what matters in life. A little patience, a kind word, or a small act of respect can make a big difference. Please subscribe and like this video. Thank you for watching.